What's going on, my dream team? Dave coming back at you with a giant 100 card PSA bulk sub. Now I did just see Sunday go down the stairs, so you guys may see her at some point in this video coming back up. So nice, speak of the devil, there she is. Anyways, this is a bulk sub I submitted back in November. Just got it back now in the middle of May. You know, the things going on in the world didn't help and whatnot, but here we go. I did not look at the grades, so you guys will be seeing them as I am seeing them in real time. I am super stoked to check some of this stuff out. You'll notice I'll probably reorder them like this, and part of that is because when I submit like 5 or 6 or 4 or 3 of the same card, I put my worst ones in the front, hoping that they see the bad ones first, and then the ones that I think are better, they agree, and you know, hey, I give this a 9, so I got to give that one a 10, or a mindset like that. So that's kind of why I'm restacking, reordering all this. I will tell you right now, this will be a long video. I don't know if I'm going to do it all in 1 part or 2 parts, but I do also like to talk, so go feel free to pause, fast forward, come back, whatever you want to do. If this ends up being a 40-minute long video, I don't really care. And if you don't want to watch it, you can fast forward and see what we got. But otherwise, go grab a beverage and hang out. Very first one, 2015 rated rookie, Karl Anthony Towns. This one straight from a pack to a sleeve. Started this year super hot, but being a Minnesota guy now that I'm back in Minnesota, holding on to that one. I think out of similar type of packs, Justice Winslow, that one got a 10. It's a hollow rated rookie. Hopefully he can make a name for himself in the Grizzlies now. I think he got traded to the Grizz at the trade deadline. Here's a Giannis. This one probably jumped up in value as a 10 if we got a 10. It's a Court Kings. That one came back as a mint 9. It's Court Kings orange. 103 of 125. So I'll probably move that one. I think this one, I mean, when you got those darker borders, some of that can be really tough, but it was a numbered Giannis. Additionally, as we go through this video, if there's anything here that you want or that you're interested in, hit me up on Instagram. If you drop something in the comments, I'm not great about checking comments. You guys probably know that. Email's kind of clunky and sending pictures back and forth and stuff, but Instagram is the way to go. I'll probably wait to see if there's any requests or feedback or something like that coming through Instagram first from this video before listing stuff on eBay. Because I will be listing probably a chunk of this on eBay because this bulk orders are not cheap and we got more coming. This is a rated rookie, Donruss of just regular, not optic, Trae Young. This card has jumped up in value too if it comes back as a 10, and it did. Gem mint 10, Trae Young. There's still a huge gap between his stuff and Luka's, and it'll be interesting to see if that gap closes over time or if it kind of stays where it's at. But this will be one that's definitely worth holding and waiting on. I think I checked earlier today. I think this is like doing $100 right now as a 10. And today is, I don't know, like the May 13th-ish that I'm filming it. So there we go. Next up, we had 3 of these Robert Williams silvers. I picked up a handful of his stuff cheap at the National and the offseason, hoping that on a young Boston team he'd get some playing time. I think he's been injured a good chunk of the year. But we got 1 silver there, or 110 silver there. A second 10, nice. And you guys probably know 2018 Prizm's a little tough on centering. This one's a little bit of a surprise because you could probably tell why I put it first. You got a ton of room between the bubbles and there, and those are right on. Same with this guy. So hopefully Robert Williams, when the season starts back up, gets a playing time. And there is another 10. So we went 3 for 3 on those Robert Williams silvers. So far, 10% is really good. I will say, I think it's in the last box, but there are 4 cards that did not get grades because I only grade things. I only have them slab it if it's 9 or better. Basically, you lose. I mean, having something as an 8 sells for less and is worth less than a 9. So speaking of a 9, there is a green Kevin Huerter as a mint 9. And yeah, you get a little bit of edge wear and stuff down there, so not surprising. Here's an MPJ. I think this one's the tricolor premier level. His stuff has slowly been creeping up as well. Bummer. That one came back as a mint 9. Just, kind of give it another look. Obviously that's bigger than that, so probably a centering thing, as I know that one pretty much went straight from the pack into a sleeve. Next one, you guys, I got this from a Brothers in Cards box. Nobody saw the video because I never uploaded it because I had some issues with it. And I actually didn't even realize this till after I had opened it. It was a gold box and basically didn't have any hits. And I realized, oh, this is the Galactic. So this is a case hit, Elliot Cobo, rookie. Not getting a ton of playing time, but you never know. That came in back as a Gem Mint 10, Elliot Cobo. Case hit. So that one may be a, hey, let's wait and see if he has a nice little hot streak next year or something like that. Next up, Cody Bellinger. This is the Update 50. This one I got when I was driving. It's funny, I got a story for half these cards, I feel like. But I got driving from where I was living in California down to Vegas for my brother's bachelor party. And I basically drove through the night. I tried sleeping for a couple hours and it was way too cold in my car. And so I rolled into Vegas about 3-4 hours before anybody's plane landed and stopped at Walmart. And they had 17 Update in the clearance section and got one pack. So let's see if we got a 10. Bummer. I think this is like a $250 card in a 10. And looks like a little bit of white in the corner there. So justifiably a 9, but still pretty nice card. Next up, we got, I think, 3 Acuna. These are from the holiday packs, so these don't sell as well, but I think they're still like $75 a pop. And I found, there's 110, and I found a Walmart that had just stocked and had nothing to do and bought a bunch and pulled 3 of them. There's another 10. But still, anything Acuna is selling really well right now. And there's another 10. So we went 3 for 3 on those holiday Acunas. Next up, we got an Eloy. I don't know the story behind this one. Probably one of my Series 2 packs I opened at one time or another. Mint 9, that's a bummer. Basically, you probably lose money on that card after grading fees and stuff like that. Alonso, 10s right now are doing about $70, I think. And we did get a 10 there. There we go. That'll probably be one that I move, just given the value is great. I bought up probably like 30 of these for $35 back in February-ish time frame or so. But that'll be one that you move to probably help make up for some of the costs of this big stuff. All right, next up we got 4 Wander Francos. PSA 10s right now are doing about $75. I bought maybe 8 or 9 of them for $35 back in December, January timeframe, and should have bought way more. But we got 110, which is awesome. A second 10, which is great. Another 10. There we go, just racking that up. And a fourth 10. I forgot if I submitted 4 or 5. Maybe it was just 4, but those are great. These will be sitting and waiting for him to get called up. Who knows? He may get playing time this year. But I have the high point. I think these will hit. I think these will probably still have room to grow. I remember when Vlad got called up last year. I mean, his base Bowman Chromes were pushing 125 range or so. So Wander will have as much hype, if not a little bit more, when he gets called up. So I think he's probably going to be in that 125 to $150 range. So that was box 1, and pretty solid. Good start. All right, where is box 2? Here's box 2. So like I said, the majority of this stuff, some of it are going to be holds, like those Wander Francos. I'm not going to be moving those until he gets called up, for the most part. That, or if the hype just gets too crazy, then I'll probably move him and try to get some other stuff that's either undervalued or just a different card that I want. But if you do see stuff that you like, let me know, and I'll just let you know, hey, it's available, or nope, sorry, holding on to that one. Same thing, you're going to see a handful of Julio Rodriguez coming up. I think they might actually be at the bottom of this stack, because I had them after the Wanders. Lots of Bowman Chrome. I opened a ton of Bowman Chrome last year. Should have opened more. But here we go. Julio Rodriguez, Gem Mint 10 from a Mega Box. That card is jumping up as well. Next one, another Mega Box one, Gem Mint 10. Again, and those will be cards that Julio's I'll be sitting on. Oh, nice. This one was a Mega Box purple. I think I bought this one for $1. I'm pretty sure I bought this, and maybe this one after, at a card show in the Bay Area for a buck last January, over a year ago, so a couple Januaries ago, right when I first moved out there. This one will be a nice card. I think this one's the Atomic Refractor. I got this one at the show too. I think this one was $3-4, but Gem Mint 10, the Atomic Refractor. Obviously different tables, and these aren't numbered, I don't believe. No, but did really well with our Wanders and our J-Rods. And I think the rest of this is pretty much all. Hang on, Sunday's eating the styrofoam. She was chewing on this. She likes the packing peanuts and stuff too. Gotta watch them. Miguel Amaya, 10. I don't know. I know he's a decent prospect with the Cubs. Orelvis Martinez, 9. Martinez was another one of the guys with some hype, obviously not at the Wander Franco and J-Rod levels, but there's a 10 there. Awesome. Next up for Martinez, this one should probably be a 10 as well. Yep, got a 10 there. So far, the method of putting the cards that I think are lower in quality first seem to be working out well. Because I don't think PSA reorders things. I think they put things in the order that you sent them. I mean, everything that I've done and seen and researched has said that. Marte for the Mariners. He's another guy that was one of the better names from last year's Bowman, Gem Mint 10. I think his auto was in Bowman Chrome, though, if I remember. Gem Mint 10. So 2019 Bowman ended up treating us pretty well. I may have gotten some of these too from either other than, Bowman Mega Boxes and stuff. Probably got, I know, at least a handful of these. There's a Mega Box one from the National, where we did get a jumbo box and got a Joey Bart auto on that. And there's another Mega Box 10. So hopefully Marte does something. Mauricio, I've got a really cool card. I don't know if I ever showed it in a video for a pickup, but Bowman Chrome auto, BGS 1010. I think the whatever the refractor is to 100, I believe. But that one's a 9 for that base there. I think I had 6 of these in here. There's a 10. There's a 10. Megabox 9, Mauricio. And Mauricio, it seems like people either love him or hate him. But if he stays in the Mets org, I mean, and when he gets called up with that media, you're still gonna have a lot of eyes on him. Luciano, who's one of the top prospects in the Giants org, we got a Gem Mint 10. he's got a pretty cool autograph. I've studied up on him a little bit. He's one that if I can find a decently priced auto, I might try to pick up. Gem and 10. Because not only does it look cool, but he's one of their better prospects. And Gem and 10. And then we got another Miguel Amaya. Mega Box 10. So again, our 10 rate, we got 3, we had what, 6 out of 40 cards so far? So we're almost at 90%. Pretty solid. All right, box 3, here we go. Actually, we're making pretty good timing on this too. We are at the 15-minute mark. That should be a lot longer. Don't worry, guys. Now we're starting to get some of this football going. Reordering these. You see Brady's. Got some Mullins coming up. Rosen. Yes, I sent Rosen stuff in. I'm still a believer in Rosen. I do also now know of a card that did not get graded. I'll tell you about that when we hit there. Got tons of Lucianos. Oh, well, maybe they don't return them in the order that you sent them, because I know these are definitely all out of order. So maybe my theory is all wrong. Who knows? All right, Brady Field Vision, Gem Mint 10. That is the red. That's just a sweet looking card. Not only the picture, right, but you got the red on the normal blue border. The red on the card pops. Even J.J. Watt's wearing red right there, right? And that one is numbered 47 of 99. It's a nice little one for the Brady collection. Vlad Guerrero, Allen and Ginter. I think I actually got this from a box at the National. Gem and 10. These are super easy grades. These do not really resell that well as 10s. And 9s you definitely lose money on. But I was looking for a couple of extra cards thrown here. Luciano again. Gem and 10. Another Luciano. Gem and 10. Another Luciano. Gem and 10. Just growing that Gem and 10 pop. I think probably the last Luciano. 9 from the Mega Box. Next up, Peyton Henry. This one's an auto. I do remember that. And basically I just graded it because it was a Bowman Chrome auto. And if the dude ever does anything, it'll start jumping up pretty quick. But, I mean, you can see 6th-round draft pick. I don't even know where he ranks in the system, but Gem Mint 10. Got that from 19 Bowman Chrome. I think that was also one of my few, because I only did the HTAs. I think that was one of my few autos that was a position player. Out of the 2 boxes, I think I only got 2 position player autos. Brock Death Rage. I graded this because I love his name. And if he ever does anything in the majors, he's going to have this cult-like following because of his name. Death Rage. So what did Death Rage get? He got a 10. Nice. All right. Ronald Hernandez. There we go. 10, blue out of 150. I don't grade the autos. I don't think it's worth it. And then it also looks a little messy up here. And frankly, I don't think anybody cares. I don't know. I know for Beckett it matters, right? That 9.510. But I don't know anybody that puts more value on a PSA 10-10. All right, now I did say I know there's a card that didn't get graded. Tatis. There is a Tatis that came out of a silver pack with this that it should have been right here. I'm going to guess it's in that last box of one of the 4 cards that did not get graded. But this is an Alonso, 54, 199. I think it missed his, what did he hit, 53 as a rookie? So missed his mark by 1. I think this one's going to come back as a 9. This came from the silver pack, but you can see that corner there is a little dinged. I don't remember that submitting it, so hopefully it didn't happen in my packaging process or their process. But Gem at 9, pretty sweet black refractor though. Really cool. Terrell Davis, I think I got this from one of those, from a promo box that someone had sent me to open, and this is probably the best card out of the whole thing. Some older vintage, or not even vintage, but older '90s stuff, early 2000s. But Terrell Davis refractor. This one was straight from the pack of the sleeve, so hopefully we can get a 10 on this. And we did. Gem Mint 10. This is one that I'll definitely move and let go right away. So if anybody out there is a Terrell Davis fan, hit me up. He is a Hall of Famer. 2,000-yard season. Pretty cool looking refractor. Got a couple Rosens. I am a Rosen believer. I was really hoping he'd leave the Dolphins to get a chance to go somewhere else and show folks what he has. 10th overall pick, hasn't had the opportunity to play behind anything of an offensive line. I've got a ton of his contenders autos just sitting and waiting. I was really hoping the Patriots would swipe them up, but interesting rumor I had heard was the Steelers going and grabbing them since Big Ben only has a year or two. But Elite Autos, there we go. That's a 10. Picked some of these up cheap and in trades last offseason, hoping that he turns into something. And there's a 10 as well. So 87 to 99. What was this one numbered? 78. There you go. So I'll sit on those. Those are probably only like a $30, $40 card right now. But if he ever starts, hoping to jump up. Next up, we got two Nick Mullins contenders. I bought both of these. Probably paid too much for them, but his prices have stayed steady, risen slightly. Didn't get a peep last year because Garoppolo obviously played the whole year. But I think someone will give him a chance at some point. And that's what I'm waiting for. Or a big preseason game. But got two of these. Gem Mint 10, which is huge anytime you can get a quarterback auto from contenders, especially one that has shown he can start in the NFL. And supposedly, teams were asking about him this offseason, and the Niners told all of them, no, you can't have him, which means they believe in him. Because I don't think anybody was giving a first-rounder for him, but I'm sure there's teams that were throwing a second or third at him. And then we came back as a 10 as well. So I won't be moving those. I'll definitely be sitting on those guys, waiting for him to get his opportunity. Next up, we got a Brady. 71 to 99 from, I think this is from Phoenix. I had a few Phoenix cards, and this was one of the better looking ones out of it. Hoping for a 10. Bummer. Mint 9. I don't know why on that one, because I know that one did go straight from the pack. Maybe it looks like it might have a little teeny tiny dimple there. Kind of tough to see. Can't tell if that's the case in a reflection down or a dimple, but that's a bummer. This one, 2002 Fleer. I think I picked this up at a card show for $1 or something like that. But early Brady, his early stuff though is jumping. 2002 Topps Chrome is crazy. I'm not expecting a 10. I was expecting a 9. Actually, just happy he got slabbed, and it did come back as a 9. These can be tough grades. Centering on them can be unpredictable as well. Like, it's really tough to say this is how the front should be centered, especially when the back, that's thin, that's thick, but that thin side lines up the fat side, if that makes sense to anyone. But that'll be one sit on for the season and probably move it during the season. I'm not a big fan of 9s. I really like the 10s, obviously, like everybody. But PSA 9s are kind of picking up on some of the superstar level cards, I'd say. Optic, Brady, the back centering this is pretty good. I think this is the Aqua Blue, $2.99. Gem Mint 10, Brady refractor. Nice. That one will go sit in the collection for a little while. Deshaun Watson, second year Optic. His stuff is bumping up there as well. Obviously not going to ever catch Mahomes, but it's getting up there. 129 and 149. Mint 9. Probably a centering thing. You know, that's a little fatter there than this side, so not super surprising. And then Optic, Sam Darnold. I think this is just base, Mint 9. I know the centering on these can be a little tough. So we started strong there, ended with a handful of 9s, but still definitely happy with the 10s that we got. All right, we are on to box 4. Yeah, this one's box 4. Here we go. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. That's okay. Like, I'm not going to be super offended if people are fast forwarding and stuff. I know not everybody wants to sit and hear me talk for half an hour. Sometimes it can be tough sitting and talking that long for for me as well. Yeah, these are way out of order than compared to what I submitted them as. But, man, that's a lot of Darnolds. So, like, I get it. It's also fun to, like, pause it, come back. I know I've had one dude before tell me, hey, I like watching your videos because I watch them on the treadmill while I'm running or walking, and it makes it go by faster, which is, hey, that's cool. That's awesome. In which case you probably watch this full thing versus other people maybe only have 5 minutes and go, I don't want to watch an hour-long video or half-hour-long video, so I'm going to fast forward. Whatever. Frankly, as long as you watch the ads, that's the only thing that helps me. And it's a penny an ad, so it doesn't really help that much. All right. Another optic Darnold. Based off what I counted, I think there might be 1 or 2 Darnolds that probably didn't get the 9s. But there's a Gem Mint 10. Good start to that stack. I think his stuff's going to keep coming up. I don't think 2020 is Darnold's year. I think 2021 is Darnold's year. So, frankly, I'm probably going to move all my Darnold stuff before the season and then buy in season because I don't think he has enough weapons. There's a 10. Yeah, there's definitely, I think there was at least 4 or 5 that I had submitted. Mayfield, his stuff's jumping up. Browns have had a really good offseason. Gem Mint 10 for optic. Another Gem Mint 10 for optic. Nice. Mayfield again. That one's a 9, so not a 10. Yeah, that bottom's pretty fat compared to the top. And I don't know what these are going to be. Oh, there we go. That one's a 10. And this one's probably going to be a 9, and that side looks fatter than this one. No, that one's a 10. Nice. So hopefully Baker's killing it because we got a nice little Baker return here. And Gem Mint 10. Sweet. We are ready for football season. Drew Brees, downtown. Downtowns are supposed to be case hit in optic in 2018. I pulled a ton. Not only from boxes, you guys, if you've been with the channel for a while, you know I've opened, I don't know, almost a full case probably worth of boxes. But then just random packs was pulling them too. And that is a Gem Mint 10. Very cool. His stuff is going to take off this season as he and Brady go back and forth, especially within the division, for the all-time touchdown record. There's going to be a ton of hype around his cards. I've been buying up all sorts of breezy stuff that I can find. So that will also be one that I'll probably sit on. Darnold from Select. I think this one might be a silver. Yeah. Duh, David. It says Prizm. It's going to be late. I'm probably expecting a 9 on this. These can be pretty tough. Yep, that's a 9. Between the centering and surface and stuff on Select on these field levels. Not field levels. But in the concourses, you know, these can be pretty tough. Especially with those dark border backgrounds. There's a 9, but it is a silver. And we got Prizms now. I think these are all the base Prizms. These are touching $100 a piece, which is very interesting because Josh Allen's are touching 300. Lamar Jackson's obviously are crazy. Mayfield's are rising, but Darnold's stuff is still super cheap around the $100 mark. Obviously not as cheap. That's not cheap, but comparatively. Prizm, Gem Mint 10. Again, that 18 Prizm is so weird for grading. I mean, you got so much space there and nothing there, which is probably why I put that in the front, knowing, hey, that was going to be a 9. Next up, got a 10. I mean, these are all $100 bills right now. I'm hoping by the time training camp rolls around, these at least maybe hit 150, 200. So we can get some good content for this season. Mint 9. Looks like it might have a scratch across the surface there. Tough to see. And this one is Gem and 10. Very nice. So now this is the other thing as we're talking about this, right? Like, I just, you know, these are all $100 bills. You know, you probably could have bought cards like this at a show for 15, 20 bucks, you know, maybe less, last year during the season when he was kind of struggling with mono and stuff. And that's how you can make money in grading. And, you know, PSA alert, you know, yes, to do stuff like this, to do videos 3 days a week, you have to be making money off of cards. You have to be buying and selling and flipping. And I know everybody hates that, or there's a few outspoken folks that hate that, right? Because it's the hobby and people are killing it for collecting. But that's the only way you can make content, is you got to be buying and selling stuff. So the majority of this stuff won't be in my collection 10 years from now. In fact, frankly, probably nothing of this video will be, because I'll sell it to help fund the channel or to go buy the cards that I want. But there's money to be made if you can see cards in your hand, go, yep, that would grade well, the corners look good, surface looks good. I'm going to send that in to be graded. And then there's a green on green Gem at 10. Actually, I forgot that I submitted one like that, so pretty cool. That was just my little rant, because everybody says, oh, everybody with all this money that cares about money is killing the hobby and stuff. No. I mean, aspects of it, yeah, and some people come off as a-holes and jerks and stuff, but Minshew 10, there we go. But that's the reality, especially if you have a channel and you don't make that much from ad content. You got to do something to keep putting out content. That'll be one that I'll sit on probably till the season. I'm not a huge Minshew long-term believer. The Jags believe in him. They didn't bring in a quarterback. It's basically him and Dobbs fighting for it, and he's got a great following. Cool story, fun personality. Haskins, Gem and 10, nice. And I did dig through my Prizm, and I was pretty picky about 2019 Prizm because the centering was rough on everything. Like I took out, here's Danny Dimes, 10. I mean, I was taking out measuring tape and measuring the distance, and if it wasn't like within literally 10% on each side, like, nope, I'm not submitting that. I'm just going to sell it raw, because centering on 2019 Prizm is so tough. Will Grier, I bought a ton of Will Grier. Didn't believe in Cam Newton because he was injury prone and stuff, and Will Grier's stuff was cheap. So there's a 10. Now, Bridgewater doesn't have a perfect health record, so Grier stuff is still worth sitting on, and they didn't move him, and they let Cam go. So. And they trade away Kyle Allen. So they are set with Will Grier as the backup in case anything happens to Teddy Bridgewater. And our last Darnold, Gem at 10. Like I said, I don't know why that was out of order. But I'm learning stuff. This is my first bulk sub. And I'm kind of learning a little bit about how PSA does things. I am not Elite Co 3 level or anything like that, obviously. But I am learning. So here we go. Yep, we had 4 cards that did not grade. And actually, I'm going to put all of these locks towards the bottom because I cannot wait. I love Drew Lock. I bought a ton of Drew Lock. I watched him. I remember watching him in the preseason going, this dude is legit. He is the real deal. That's my guy. I'm getting it on. And unfortunate for him, luckily for me, he did get injured during the season, and I was able to get his stuff relatively affordably. And then basically the stuff that I didn't think was worth grading, I sold, made everything back. So literally all these Drew Lock Prizms that you're going to see were essentially free. So here were the 4 cards that they did not grade. They'll send them to you like this. Again, on everything I tell them I want a minimum grade of 9, so 9 or higher. 2 Darnold optics, you can see pretty fat, pretty thin borders. These are ones I probably put in front. There's the Tatis that I mentioned. Cool to get the sleeve on it. My guess would probably be, yeah, that bottom edge is rough too. So these would be cards that I'll move in lots or something like that at some point in the future. Come on. And once in a while, it's good to look them over and just see if they're worth resubmitting. But Diallo Silver, this one's probably a centering issue. I mean, you can see that's super fat right there. Again, I picked this up for like $5 at the National, hoping that, you know, he would get some playing time with Westbrook gone and stuff. And I was kind of tracking him throughout the course of the year. He had a pretty decent year coming off the bench, but he's not going to be the guy there. But it was worth a shot. So those were the 4 that did not get graded. Let's see what we got. This is a Will Grier. I think this one the red shimmer auto. So I think this one was from first off the line. Gem Mint 10. Not too bad. Let me move this last stack out of the way. Especially since that side looks a little bit fatter than that left one. Another Will Grier. I think this was probably a base. Nope. Yeah, base auto. That one's a 10. Brett Rippin. I kind of picked this up as an insurance plan to Drew Lock. He's still on their roster. They didn't add another quarterback. They obviously don't have Flacco, so it's basically Lock and Rippin, I believe. He was a 7th round pick and picked it up in case it was one of those crazy stories where they draft someone high in that 5th, 6th, 7th round, undrafted dude ends up winning out and taking over kind of thing. But I think this is a purple auto, I think. Is this one auto? Yeah, autograph. Number 6/49. Mint 9. Bummer. But I think I got that one for like $10, if I remember right. But that'll be one that you sit on and, hey, if he has a really good preseason game, move it. Or if Lock ever gets hurt, which he did. You know, he's not injury prone, but because he kind of had a freak accident last year. But, you know, just hold on to it. Mayfield, this was on, I think it was a blue wave to 199. At the time, I kind of graded it because it was Mayfield and needed some more cards to hit that 100 card mark. I think this one's probably a 9 based off corners and stuff. But no, gem at 10. All right. You can see that corner's got a little bit of white to it. But second-year Prizm stuff is jumping up, especially numbered for guys. So that'll be one that as the Baker hype continues to rise, we'll be holding on to that and probably moving it at some point. Drew Lock, Sensational Sigs, autograph, gem mint 10. Nice. I think I got this one for $20-25. Don't know what it's at right now. Actually, are these all going to be Prizms? Yep, these are all Prizms. Thought I had more of those Sensational Sigs, but I could be wrong. All right, moment of truth with all these Drew Locks. I think there was 5 base and 5 autos, roughly, from Prizm. And if they're all coming back as 10s, I mean, that's a nice little money train. The base, I think, are pushing 250, 300 in a PSA 10, and the autos almost up to 1,000. And they will be up to 1,000 by the time the season starts. There's a base gem mint 10. Again, I picked that up for probably $5 when Prizm first came out. Mint 9. Yeah, that one's definitely fatter there from a centering perspective. Mint 9. Bummer. Here we go. Gem mint 10. Nice. So it was what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think this one's probably the last of the base Prizm. And we have a gem mint 10. Sweet. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So these should all be autos now. Whew. Sorry if I did that right on the microphone, but we're saving the best for last here. Here we go. And I remember I did not look at my grades. I don't know what any of these are. We're really bummed if they're all 9s. But like I said, these lock autos are basically all free because everything that I bought for locks, I sold off the ones that I didn't think would grade well. And this is all the gravy. So mint 9 on that first auto. Again, a little bit thicker on that side. So some of that's to be expected. Next up, we have Mint 9. Dang it. Well, we could maybe bat 600 here. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3. Gem Mint 10. There we go. Nice. All on sticker too. Gem Mint 10. Which means hopefully this last two are Gem Mint 10s. Ah, man. Mint 9. Bummer. But again, all these autos are essentially free based off what I bought and sold them for back in the day, last fall. Last one, last chance at Mint 10, Gem Mint 10. So, all right, 2 out of 5. Not what we wanted to get, but still really, really good return on that. I mean, basically this one card here pays for this whole order. So, happy with that. Last up, I've been waiting for this card for a long time. This is Fireworks, numbered 3 of 5 from Unparalleled. I have the Galactic. I didn't get that graded because I didn't think it was worth getting graded in terms of being, I thought for sure it'd be lucky if I got a 9 because of one of the back corners. But this one looked perfect. I think I bought this one actually for $75 off of eBay. And it looks, I mean, I thought the back looked really, really good. Hopefully the foil on the front held up. I'm really hoping this is a 10. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Oh, man. Such a bummer. Beautiful card, though. I mean, look at that refractor. Look how that shines. Mint 9. Probably that little corner there would be my guess, but bummer in a Mint 9. This is one that I'll probably move. One that helps pay for the order. But if it was a 10, I'd sit on it. But see if I can package this and the Galactic to someone. I know there's a guy on my eBay that keeps hitting me up about the Galactic. But if you want this and the Galactic, I got them both. Let me know. But again, jersey number 3 of 5. So we saved the best for last with all the locks. Didn't get it in terms of the grades, but overall, this was an awesome order. I'm super happy with it. I learned a lot going through this. Thank you guys if you stuck through the whole 43 minutes of this. If you did it in multiple segments, cool. If you fast forwarded to this point, I don't know why you're still listening because you obviously fast forwarded through to see what grades were. But as always, thank you very much for checking out the channel. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will catch you next time. See ya.